what was it called? The more that I study my replays and look at character like matchups, the more that I am like inevitably improving when I come up against the matchup. Like the Horan matchup now, I'm much more comfortable in, but not only because of that session,
Yeah.
but also with me versing like a Horan that I did like I think like 1 or 2 weeks ago. We had like a very long session. I think it lasted like an hour or like hour and a half.
Yeah,
So
those
I
are the
had like
best.
so
Those are
many
the best for
replays.
sure.
Yeah, I had so many replays to kind of look over. But like even if I was just to take that sort of first session there as well, where yeah, verse against it was like so much better because I just knew what like the fact that he's obviously just going at you head first
Hell yeah.
essentially. It was just
Yeah.
really important. So
Good, good,
yeah,
good.
it's definitely just like character matchups more than anything else. But I also just wanted to make sure that I'm also just using the whole kind of Noctis kit as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah.
Go ahead, queue up. I'm gonna run to the bathroom really, really quick, and then
Sure.
catch you as the matches come in.
Yeah, no, nice. Oh, I've got my thing built in. Hold on. Ah, shit. All right. Let's hope my throw breaks are on game.
You good? Mm-hmm. Oh yes, he's definitely
Oh,
nice. Very compact poking, really solid against king. Nice. Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, too telegraphed. Ah, no, one of purple one.
Nice. Wow. Oh, that was a good jab. Oh. Wall combo kill.
Oof.
Nice. Not bad. Not bad.
That's surprisingly well.
Your poking game is pretty robust. I like the way you're putting out your pokes. I'd like to see some whiff punishment if possible. Keep an eye out. Like the king is whiffing kind of like quicker moves, so you kind of have to be
Right.
like attuned to it. But I'd like to see that kind of on your brain as you're playing, because your backdashing is solid, your poking is good. Up forward one placement makes a lot of sense. So whiff punishment will kind of bring it together, and then try to play for the wall instead of forward forward four. Like 2-2-2 is fine.
Right.
In the combos. Oh, drive. Yes. Oh, I thought it would kill.
Ah.
Nice. Perfect. Nope. Nice break.
Oh.
Nice patience. Very good.
Actually, not seen that before. Good to know.
Yeah, yeah.
I 1+2.
The way you're playing is really, really good. It's gonna, yeah, you just gotta build that skill of a bit more whiff punishment, and that will help augment the
Yeah,
counter
yeah, yeah.
hits more. They play into each other very intimately, as in someone who whiffs will want to press later because they have to dash into you. Someone who presses later and dashing into you is more susceptible to counter hits. So the two phenomena are really, really closely linked.
I would not thought of that.
Yep, and don't be afraid to keep controlling him with jabs and stuff if the throws are getting annoying. He has to, when he has an answer to that, we can handle that. But oh, that's minus
Plus
12.
and 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Plus 24. Oh. Oh. Oh, good block.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's crazy. Oh, we like that.
Oh.
Nice. Can't really find a throw if he has to deal with the jab.
Yeah.
So. He has answers, but he hasn't shown them. So. Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's fine.
Oh, fuck.
You can look to play more down two and back two as well, because your game plan is a bit demo man heavy, which is good. That's not a bad thing, but it makes your back two a bit more powerful and your down two more powerful. And King hates back two. It goes under like everything. Yep. Yep. Jab heavy, quick game, and then back two and things like that. Oh my god, his evades. Ooh.
Ah, no.
Cool. Cool. Boom. Okay, so he's looking for that. Cool. Good info. He's challenging a lot of the 2-2s, so you can hold one for when you really want it, and then...
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! I converted!
Combos?
That was
I didn't even
sick!
know that. That's actually nuts.
Okay.
He keeps getting up with that.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't changed it at all.
Yeah. We also want a wall combo there anyways. Because it will
Mm.
kill. Mm-hmm. Oh no. That's annoying.
I'll swallow him down back. Fair enough.
That's cool. Hop into practice mode for me. This is weird. I've never had to
Sure.
give this advice, but I think you're honestly, you just need more like single player work. So,
Okay.
because the way you are poking makes a great amount of sense. Like, I like the way you're poking and everything. It makes a fuck ton of sense. Like, everything is like, it's placed where I would expect it to be. Like, it has like answers to like, so like, you're playing like a lot of jab down forward one and like, you know, run out demo man, you know, things like that. And 2-2. So the king is trying to do, oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen.
Oh, yeah.
Go and then to
Yeah.
this. Okay, so you're doing a lot of this and this and this, and it's great. You know, it's high coverage, low safety, or high safety poking. You think they're gonna get active, and then you hit like a counter hit this, you hit a counter hit that. You know, it's all the classic stuff. Really good.
Right.
Down two is the only thing that I felt was kind of like missing, in that this happens at 16 frames, this happens at 20 frames, so it covers two different timings. Gamma Man happens at 19 frames, so it's kind of the same timing as down two, but it's at a different range. So when your opponent feels kind of safe, you can tip range down to them, and that gets really annoying. Yep, the down forward 1 is cool. I like that you're confirming the hit of jab or down forward 1 into Demo Man. The way you're playing makes back 2 really powerful because you're picking the high coverage, high tracking pokes. So they're less likely to try to sidestep and just try to guess the Demo Man, right? Or try and like react to down 2, things like that. So a back 2 that clips their movement or catches their Demo Man duck is really good.
Yeah, I definitely need to use back 2 more. It's definitely something I'm missing.
Well, what you're doing is great, and then you backdash quickly out of danger, which kind of sets up them having to get in against this, or running into the poke, or you just do what you want. So I like all that. That's really good. Things that are and your sidestep 2s are fascinating because every single one counter hit. It was like you were poking like this, so they would want to sidestep right and do an attack, and this covers that. If they sidestep right, do an attack, they get counter hit. So that was all really sick. Yes, so the main thing, more attention to whiff punishment. You were playing in a way... So what I was describing earlier is... If somebody's whiffing, like this or something, that's a whiff punish, right? So if they don't want to whiff at that exact range, where back 1 is like this, they have to dash up back 1. No, Noctis isn't going to do that, right? But like this could be any other poke.
Anyone else, right?
So if they're dashing up, that costs time, and that leads to the counter hit. Right? That's not it. Where he dashes up. Like that. So it turns the 12 frame move and makes it slower. So that's where the counter hit comes from. But the only reason they're dashing in the first place is because if they don't dash in, they die. Right? So
yeah.
So the counter hit and the whiff punish are intimately linked and should be treated as such. The next thing is you need to practice on a walled stage. I recommend Violet or Geometric, anything that's kind of like asymmetric, because you need to hit the different, or Hammerhead even. You need to hit like different angles and different like distances and get comfortable with those. Forward 4 is kind of an infinite only situation, or like balcony break, right?
Right.
But you want to have comfort in going for wall almost every time. So there was a situation here where like, I don't know the combo you hit. Where is it? Get in here. It was like this, although you were at the corner, and then you did forward 4, which like just put your back into the corner, which is like a really shitty position.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah. So like, but at that distance where you're already in the corner like that, Noctis almost very easily gets combos. Down forward 4-2. Okay, I'm on pad, so that's my excuse. Down forward 4-2 into just that right away. If you get an early splat, or depending on where you are, you just do 2 hits like that, and then just get Demo Man. You want to prioritize getting Demo Man as much as possible because the damage is just ridiculous. So yeah, when you do your practice now, up onto a walled stage, and get the experience of just kind of like doing my combo. Where's the wall? Oh, here. I'm gonna do this. Right. The difference is immense because that was what 85. Let me get a similar combo going. This is a great. So it's 4 less damage, and you give up the advantageous situation. So you want more damage and more advantage. Both are good. And then the up forward 1 combo, definitely want to grind that out too.
Yeah, typically I'm like fine with it. I'm just surprised I just screwed it up a lot.
Yeah, sometimes you might need some warm up too. I've started doing a lot more warm up just to get that in. But
so usually I do down forwards. In fact.
Oh, the down forward 4-2 variation?
Yeah, 4-2 variation.
I recommend the down forward 1 variation almost always. It's way more consistent unless you like really know every single character. I recommend the down forward 1 because right now. Oh, go ahead.
Because anytime that I can kind of know if the down forward 2 into hold on, let me just get this up here and just
you can.
Okay. So I can kind of know if this is the combo. I know this was, but then I'll just go with the one with obviously less damage instead of with it being down forward 1. But
yeah,
with this, oh yeah,
75 versus.
But no, fair enough. I can definitely see. I was gonna ask you like one stream because I saw that you're doing like the up forward well, yeah, down forward 1 versions
Yeah.
of the down forward 4 2 versions. I was gonna ask you about that one time, but
Yeah. It's a 4 damage difference, but it's a guarantee. So in tournament, I'm
yeah,
almost always doing this one. Unless I am, especially against like King, Jin, Dragonov, I find it very inconsistent against those characters.
yeah, because they're obviously like more bigger. So
If I'm playing against like Noctis or like a female, the down
Mm.
forward 4-2 one seems to work better.
okay,
But
that's good to
again,
know.
it's kind of something you want to know, or just do the down forward one.
Right.
And the reason I recommend that here especially is because your poke game is so solid, you need to cash out on the opportunities they're being given. That's the main missing part, especially in EU, because you'll die for like not killing somebody, like when you
Yeah.
can. So you just want to collect as much damage as you can off of you. So you can worry about the down forward 4-2 one when it gets a bit more optimized. But for now, the priorities are you want the most stable combos you can get. You want to get to the wall. You want to not do forward 4 and give the wall position, even if you don't think you'll get the wall. Just do like 2-2 back 2 and keep the wall, because this situation here is disgusting, right?
Yeah,
Because
of course,
any
like I said,
sidewalk
you're gonna
becomes
do
a wall splat.
Mhm.
Any duck becomes like ridiculous amount of damage before, right? Like, and that's a low damage one. Like, anyways, yeah. So you want to Noctis at the wall is disgusting. It's kind of like Claudio. You want this position, even if you give up some damage. Because all it takes is like, what's this? Yeah, it's like 59 off of like a low, right? Or like rage drive hits. Just do demo now. 71. It's crazy. So yeah, the wall is your heaven. And the main reason too is if your opponent decides to mash out of the wall, you just backdash and you have infinite space, and they have to fight out of the wall. So
Right.
all in your favor. Yeah, your poking is really, really solid. Like, I'm really, really pleased with how you're using it. It makes a lot of sense. And you'll learn more as people start to counter the way you're poking. But for now, the big priority is definitely use your backdashes. Your backdashes are good. So you want to put your attention on the expected threat range of the attack coming at you. And use that to find the whiff punishes. So let me pull up King here. We were just looking at that. So, threat ranges for King. Mainly the moves that would whiff. He whiffed like a forward 4 in the open. That was weird. There's this move, right? This move is likely to whiff. And the reason is because it's his kind of counter hit panic, like mash, like he expects you to do something. If you're able to fake him out with your movement, he gets scared and does this, then you get a huge punish, right? It's like I'm dashing in, I back up. Oh, I'm at. That's the kind of interaction you're looking for. Is like at this spacing, if he tries that, it's not going to work. Because it could hit your 2-2, basically. Right? Like that. So if you just hold the 2-2, that kind of thing. Yeah. These are things you want to put your attention closely on the spacing. Like, you can anticipate that that's going to whiff so that your down forward 2 is like already ready. While you're moving forward and backward. Wow, I didn't expect that to whiff. Back 1 is one example. King also has what? He had this one, right? So if he's for some reason doing that at a weird range like that, be ready to whiff punish it. Yeah, and what will help with that is you can kind of put this timing on random. You don't know when it's coming as you move around, and you try to just react to the whiff. Okay, so I'm slow. Like that. Okay. And then, yeah, you want to get the wall combo as well. So you got a couple things to work on there, and these are all like single player or practice mode things. So you can even do it in treasure battle. You can do it in practice mode. But your goal is, yeah, you want to clean up these specific things because you came in with the concern of kind of like you're using all of Noctis' kit, you know, kind of as well. And I think you kind of are. Like, it was just down 2 and back 2 that weren't shown as much. But you clearly didn't really need it to win. Like, you were hitting enough with this to get him to whiff or to swing into your counter hits. So it's about converting off of those right now. You basically are finding all the opportunities and getting nothing out of it.
Right, yeah, definitely.
So that is basically the priority, I would say. And Yeah, that's kind of, I think, yeah, top priority. And
Mm.
you want to convert these opportunities because the hard part is usually getting them. But now that you're getting them, it's time to... That's why I meant it was weird. I normally don't have to say this because usually people have more fun practicing the combos and then aren't sure how to practice finding the opportunities to use them, right? But in your case, you're doing a great job of finding the opportunities but not getting anything out of it. So, yeah, that's kind of my assessment at the moment, is it just needs some of the single player work to iron it out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, definitely what I was mainly focusing on, because I found was what I wasn't really doing was, like, at least with our first session, was not using, like, his whole kit.
Yeah.
So I was really focused on, like, the full crouch mix-up, but then I think it was this one match, I just got punished. Like, anytime I crouch, he just done like, a hop kick.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, well, obviously, that's just a kind of, like, natural weakness against that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, I need to use like kind of like the whole kit. Use jabs, Stanford one, Zimmerman.
Yeah, and your poking instinct is really good. That's the cool part. One thing you can also add is when you do play a jab heavy game and you get a float like this, you convert that to up forward 3.
Up forward 3. Right,
yeah. Right. Sometimes you'll catch me doing 2 jabs because I didn't really confirm that the first one hit. It's kind of a waste because you can see like that's 43 damage versus 48. So the damage scaling kind of matters, but it's not too big of a deal. I would say get clean before you get optimal, right? So
right, of course.
Get a conversion, get to the wall, do that, and then you can worry about like the super scaling specific shit. Yeah, so I really like what you're doing. I want to see you add the single player stuff, and honestly, at this current time, I almost want, unless you have like matchup specific questions, I almost want to like just let you run with that and then give you a free half an hour next time, just seeing what it's like with that implemented.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have any specific replays to kind of look at. I'll just quickly scroll through.
Yeah, go ahead, scroll through them. But that's basically my recommendation at this point, because the weakness is immediately evident. I almost want to bank your time and have you come back when you have that a bit ironed out, because it's the current bottleneck, and the good part is that fixing it is kind of straightforward. But I'm really interested in seeing how it comes a week from now when you have that punishment, because basically you had that king killed like 7 times and then you just gave it back to him because you didn't kill him. Right? There are opportunities that didn't need to come up. But when I was and you were doing the hard parts really well. Like I told you, like, hey, like jab him more so like he can't really grab you. And he didn't grab you for like 2 rounds. It was insane. I was like, holy shit, that was really fast. That was really cool, you know? Like, so the strategic part you're like kind of deeply in touch with, and you're able to kind of control your action set better. It's just the closing out, the follow up, you found the opportunity and then you have to cash out on that. Yeah.
Right, yeah, of course. And I mean, I looked up basically all of these replays before. I mean, like, because one matchup I really struggled with was the Cooney matchup. She just does shit.
Yes.
Like I'm just like what the fuck is like going on?
Checks.
Yeah, but I done some practice. I done some. I knew actually a Cooney, so I matched up against her, and yeah, now I'm better on that. And then all of these other replays were just, I don't know what the fuck killed me. I'm gonna go in and see what killed me. Oh, this is -12. It's not safe. Oh, hey, I need to duck that.
Yeah. I think you're doing all the right things. It's gonna be, now bring your attention to the whiff punish, to the spacing threat, and the ranges that happens at, and then just like convert off of those, and then all of that is going to come together really nicely, because the way you structured your offense is like very sustainable. Like the way you're doing it makes a lot of sense and is going to scale to high level very well. It's again, I keep saying it, but whiff punishment, counter hit, and then your counter hit's already fine actually. So it's the whiff punishment and the combos. Those 2 things, you clean it up, it's going to be great. So what you can do is when you're doing these replays, you can look for whiffs that happen in the replays and then program that same move and see if you can whiff punish it.
Right. No, that's actually, that's really good actually. I'll definitely take a note of that as well. Yeah, I've got nothing else really. I mean, that's really definitely appreciated. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, and I know it took a while to meet up and it's kind of short, but I actually think it's cool that we found what you need to work on immediately. So next time you can book the free consultation just to get the rest of this half hour.
Yeah.
And we'll check in on how that's going. Let me put down these notes.
I mean, because I know, because I'm going to be doing the Red Bull Golden Letters like in a few weeks' time.
Perfect, perfect.
So,
So
and
grind this out
yeah,
as much as you can. That's going to
hmm
give you the best return on your work, I think.
investment.
And
Yeah.
then we'll go into like what kind of prep we can do for the tournament as well.
I'll see if there's any other like, 'cause there's like no Tekken tournaments that I found, like, at least at least in the EU guys,
Yeah.
with no what's it called? Words are escaping me today. What's the main tournament that was on but like stopped like this
Oh,
December?
ICFC.
Yeah, ICFC. There's no ICFC, so those. Um, and most other tournaments I find on PS4 for some reason. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely like hit you up for sure.
Yes. So okay. So how far away is Golden Letters?
I got it on my calendar. Let me check. Little under 2 weeks, so 13 days. Next week Saturday.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So spend this first week just really grinding that whiff punishment and the combo conversions. You
Hmm.
want like especially the combos. So like literally, it's gonna be mostly I think treasure battle practice mode kind of vibe.
Right.
And then when you go into game, for the week after, focus on playing just like literally just on your focus. Like you want
Mm.
the subconscious to be operating most of the time, I think. I mean, you competed in Rocket League, right? So I don't know if
Yeah.
this is the same for you, but there's like a critical point where trying to be as like conscious as possible actually will slow you down and make you perform worse, right?
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. It's
So
just
so I
being
don't
as in the zone as
so
possible.
I probably don't have to coach you on like getting in the zone, but like that's my recommendation for Tekken is spend the week after the skill development practicing playing without thinking about the skill development.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Um,
Perfect. Yeah.
yeah, and DM me questions as time goes on. I'm always open to any questions, no matter how small. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. Really
Yeah.
do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Glad we got this done eventually.
Yeah. So, if you're able to get me in next weekend or any time in between, hit me up. My hours are pretty flexible now. My girlfriend's working nights, so I can kind of be on at any time.
Okay, cool. I'll see how my schedule lines up next week and
Yes. Yes.
put
You could
something
just
in.
book that free 30-minute consultation and
Yeah.
see the rest of the time. Cool. Looking
Cool.
forward to it, man. Shit looks good.
Right, nice. Yeah. Well, have a nice rest of your day then.
Yes. I'll catch you later.
Right. Peace, peace.